And here it is still inside. I'm putting on air conditioner covers, getting it ready for winter storage. I'm going to haul it outside. And you can see there's several spots I had to patch up. I thought at first it was the shoes I was wearing, the hard-soled boots I was wearing. I thought I was catching it somehow as I was kneeling and crawling around. So I took my shoes off and I was discovering more tears. Then one time as I was moving the kneeling pad, I realized that the kneeling pad itself had pinched or caught or got stuck on this rubber roof somehow. And as I had pulled on it or twisted on it, it was tearing the rubber roof. That stupid kneeling pad. It is important to note here that the tears in the roof were not because of any fault or problem with the roofing material. This liquid rubber roof is really great stuff, and even now, years later, I'm still very impressed with it. The tearing problem arose because of user ignorance or carelessness. As I mentioned before, I put this stuff on very, very thick, and this was in Wisconsin in late fall, so it never really quite got warm enough for it to cure properly. It had a thick skin on it, and I wasn't damaging it any by walking on it or moving around on it, but it still wasn't quite cured all the way through. So it had kind of a soft, mushy bottom layer, and any kind of twisting movement or pulling movement on that roof was causing tears in the skim layer on top. When I smoothed over the torn parts, I'm confident the soft underlayer sealed back up and cured together just fine. I added the tape on top just to hold the tear together while it cured and as extra protection for the finished product. Because as well, you know. And you can see on this back air conditioner cover, this is going to have to be replaced. There's a couple of spots I had to put tape, use some Gorilla tape and cover up cracks on the cover itself. That same sealant I was using on the web seal, I covered the black tape. Because the black tape is going to absorb the sunlight and that'll affect the air conditioning unit and hamper the efficiency of, well, okay, it was just because I had extra left in the brush. And it was a good place to wipe it off. That's all. I just felt like it. There's a layer of web seal over the edges of all the vent covers, and then that is covered up with the UV protectant sealant. I have 2 or 3 coats on everything, 3 coats on most stuff. I think it's only 2 coats on that. 2 coats on that. And there it is, the finished roof. Well, semi-finished. I still have to put, I have a fantastic fan vent cover, Ultimate Breeze, I think they call it, for the fantastic fan. And I'm going to use the Max Air vent cover there on the bathroom vent fan. That can wait till spring. I have a brand new everything up here except for the fantastic fan vent itself. The refrigerator vent cover is new, the top and bottom half both. This is a brand new dome on the skylight. That's a brand new vent fan altogether. And then I use that Siphon 360 for the plumbing vent, holding tank vent. And I am draining the water out of the main holding tank, out of the water supply tank right now, winterizing it. And this is the winter resting spot for the motorhome, out here next to all the other boats and campers and cars and whatever all else. Except for the tears in the rubber, I'm very pleased with the way this has all turned out. And the tears in the rubber are not a major problem, just a disappointment. And you can see the way I used the Turn-A-Bond tape around the seals, around all the holes in the roof. It comes down the side here, and then this piece overlaps this piece. Nice, nice, nice. And this stays white, and it doesn't chalk off like the sheet EPDM rubber roofs do. And next spring, next summer sometime, probably the All the awnings are going to have to be replaced because they're all dry rotted and shot. And I have interior work to do also. Maybe I will document that a little better than I did this. I had no real idea of exactly what my intentions were of documenting this, taking photos or videos of this when I started. Mostly I just wanted to get a record of it for when I sell this thing. When the day comes to sell it, I can say, look, it did have a leak. It is not leaking anymore. I'm going to go see if the water supply tank has finished draining yet. Close that up and get to work. Resume my normal scheduling. Try to.